Does he go by Alex? No, that's the thing. You think he would because his professional name is Alexander, but instead everyone just calls him Chad. Yeah, he showed up on a Tuesday and was like, I'm Chad now. But when he's working, everyone just calls him DP for Detective Peters. It can be a little confusing, but the producers made note cards for the rest of the cast and crew, which helps. Plus, I mean, we don't usually speak to him directly, just his handlers. As a scene partner, he is very intense. Yeah, if his character gets into a bar fight, he will get into a bar fight. Cops just don't understand, especially the cops in Albuquerque, because it is in Burbank. So they threw him in the drunk tank. But his agent from CAA was on the first flight out and smoothed it over. The cop he threw up on is in the movie and he plays a janitor because it's kind of an in joke because he already cleaned up after him. He comes on set knowing his lines backwards and forwards, and he gets so deep into his character that he will come up with other lines if he thinks it just makes more sense. And he'll stand in different places if he doesn't like his marks because he doesn't think that's what Detective Peters would do. That's why he gets on the desk in the interrogation scene and just starts shouting and does that, "Oh, Captain, my Captain" thing. The director said he didn't think that it made sense for the character because he has social anxiety and he's really shy. But Chad's like, no, he's a shouter now. That's why that scene is in the movie when you don't know what he's doing because we didn't know what he was doing. Yeah. The night before he had a gummy and he watched with Nell and I and came to the set knowing I need a monologue, so he just wrote it. I don't know why it's in Portuguese. Like nobody does, really. He's British, so we had no idea he even knew Portuguese. But, that's just his process. That's Chad. Did we hang out when we weren't filming? No, I actually didn't see him that much. No, his trailer was on the other side of the lot. He liked solitude and didn't like people looking at him. They actually would clear the area when he walked to and from the set every day, just to make sure he stayed in the moment. But we knew he was coming because his sensei would run way ahead of him, and he wore a tiger kimono, which is hard to miss. Which martial art was it? It was actually his own practice. Yeah, he came up with it one night after drinking ayahuasca, and he told his accountant, like, you're a sensei now. Kind of like the Chad thing. He just had that vision, I guess.